Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm your host, Lisa Turner, a professional bookkeeper, registered BAS agent, and your small business cheerleader and mentor. I'm also a wife and mum to two little people. This podcast is for small business owners who want to manage their numbers the right way. It will be short and sweet episodes each week on business and bookkeeping matters in an easy to understand way with real quick tips or changes you can put in place, having a huge positive impact at the same time up-leveling yourself, so you can be in control and confident that you know your bookkeeping matters. Let's dive into this week's episode. Happy Wednesday to you, or whatever day it is when you're listening to this. But thanks for joining me for this week's Your Bookkeeping Matters. I am really glad to have you with me. Today's episode is a super short and snackable one, even more snack size than usual. But it's pretty topical, and even if it doesn't yet apply to you, it will eventually because you're running a business. And that topic I'm talking about is eInvoicing. Now, after chatting to several business owners, I asked them the question, have you heard of eInvoicing? And if you have, what do you think it is? And to be honest, it was a pretty mixed bag of answers. Probably half of the people had heard of it, and of that half, only a third actually got it right as to what it is. The ones who got it wrong thought it was simply electronic invoicing, where you email a digital copy of the invoice or send a link for the customer to download the invoice. And in a pretty broad sense, yes, that is sending electronic invoices, but you are only halfway there. eInvoicing is a government initiative here in Australia that is a way for businesses to send and receive their invoices digitally straight into your accounting software. No emails, no PDFs, no downloading copies. My Xero file straight to your Xero file, or my Xero file to your MyOb file, or your supplier's QuickBooks straight into your Xero. It doesn't matter which software. And it is for both sending and receiving invoices. You do both need to be registered. Pretty cool, hey? Xero have had a similar version for ages using a Xero network key, but that one only works 0 to 0. This eInvoicing is taking the next step and sending and receiving straight between any accounting software. That's it in a nutshell. I told you it was a super snack-sized episode, but before I let you go, let's have a look at the things you need to know about this eInvoicing thing. Firstly, it's for business to business only because you need to have an ABN and register with the PayPal network, which is totally free. It's the middle secure network that makes it all work so beautifully together. Now, currently, you can only use it if you're invoicing through accounting software. So if you're listening to this one way down the track, check for a newer episode or check in with your software provider to see where you're at in terms of what's available to you. I would absolutely love to see this functionality extended to other digital sales platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, Dubsado, because there is loads of Australian business-to-business transactions where the sale is inside one of those and not the accounting software. It's tricky though because eInvoicing is an Australian thing and not all of these sales software are from here. So let's just see what happens in this space in the future. But for now, you can only do it through your accounting software. If you deal with Australian government agencies, you should jump onto using eInvoicing as soon as you can because some, if not all of them, are paying these invoices much faster than invoices received any other traditional way. So, how do you know you've received an invoice? Well, it will pop itself and the image of the invoice with all the usual details into your draft purchases or bills for you to check, allocate to your expense, approve it, and then pay it as you normally would through your credit card, your online banking, or whatever method. This eInvoicing doesn't do any of the payments for you. It's simply putting the invoice into your accounting software much quicker and easier. So once you do start receiving eInvoices from your suppliers, you'll need to make it part of your process to check the drafts tab to process them and then pay the invoices, because you won't get it on email anymore. And as it is still early-ish days, even if you are B2B, business to business, and using accounting software, you still might not be able to start using eInvoicing just yet, because not all accounting software has it yet. And if they do, it might not be fully functional on all the type of invoices that you raise. So check in with your trusty bookkeeper or Google your software and eInvoicing, and you'll find their information releases on it and the processes. It is thankfully a super simple process, but as with any big changes, there is going to be a transition period where you'll start to receive a few through eInvoicing and the rest still on email or hard copy. And that's okay. You don't have to be one way or the other. So any that come through the old way, continue on with how you currently process those. I know for us here at Accounted For You and our clients, we have a mix of some coming through eInvoicing and some emailed and some photos sent through to HubDoc, which is the app that we use to capture expenses for our clients. So we know where to check for everyone, and it will be like this for a while until it becomes the new normal for everyone. There'll still be the odd ones that will never come through eInvoicing, and that's okay. I did mention in last week's episode that I'm having a mini training inside my free numbers club on Facebook. So feel free to dive over there and join me to catch that, or the replay if you're listening to this episode down the track. You can, of course, grab the link in the show notes or search Accounted For You Numbers Club and you'll find me. But the basic framework to set yourself up to use eInvoicing is: number one, register your ABN, your Australian business number, with the PEPAL network. And you can do this from within most accounting software packages. Number two, check in with your suppliers if they're using it, letting them know you can receive eInvoices. Number three, reach out to your business customers to ask if they'd like to receive their invoices through eInvoicing. And this can be as simple as putting a note on your invoices to them. You don't have to do anything fancy or set up some big elaborate process. Number four, add to your schedule or process to check the drafts in your accounting software for any invoices that have come to you so you don't forget to pay them. Now, with all of that, no more lost emails or PDFs. I am so excited for that alone, as I'm pretty sure you will be too. As this new way of sending invoices grows, I'll keep you updated through here, of course, and you can also get yourself onto my numbers list, where I email small business news and support and fun, helpful tips along the way over at accountedforyou.com.au/#numbers list. I've got you covered however you like to learn for your business. Now, if you're enjoying Your Bookkeeping Matters, it would totally make my day if you left a review and hit that subscribe button so you get new matters straight into your podcast playlist. Enjoy your week, and I'll chat to you next episode. Thanks for listening.